The human fruit. Model. Nika is a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit that allows its user to transform into and gain the powers of the sun god Nika. In doing so, the user's body gains the properties of rubber and the power to bring smiles to people's faces. Those who eat the fruit are known as the Warrior of Liberation. The current user of this fruit is our main character is Monkey D. Luffy. For 800 years the fruit was missing until the world government was able to obtain it. While they were transporting it on a sea train which was guarded by CP9 agent Who's Who. They were attacked by Shanks and Lucky Roo was able to steal it. While staying at Fuchsia village they met Luffy. While drinking at Makino's bar Luffy got his hands on it and ate it. Lucky Roo proceeds to tell Luffy and calls the fruit the Gum Gum fruit. This fruit gives the user the abilities of the sun god Nika, aka giving the ability of rubber. This allows Luffy to stretch his limbs for a long distance. This means any parts. Luffy can also inflate like a balloon. He is also immune to blunt attacks and bullets that are not imbued with armament haki. He is also immune to lightning as he is made of rubber which is an insulator of electricity, which makes this fruit the counter to the Rumble fruit. Luffy can use elastic force of his stretching to throw more powerful attacks or launch himself. Luffy has a couple of transformations that he used in order to defeat his enemies. The first transformation is Gear Second. This is where Luffy stretches his blood vessels to allow faster blood flow in his body. This allows Luffy to move faster than the eye can see. This also increases the speed of his attacks. When Luffy was fighting Blueno, Luffy used Jet Bazooka which was able to break Blueno's iron body strength. When Luffy was fighting Hody Jones, he imbued his arm with armament haki along with his speed ignited his arm while underwater. This move known as Red Hawk is a reference to Ace and his Fire Fist. His next transformation is Gear Third. This is when Luffy blows air into his bones and inflates it. This makes his body parts as large as a giant's. His is able to destroy large buildings with one strike of his attacks. Next is Gear Fourth. Gear Fourth is unique as it has different versions each fitting a different purpose. The first Gear Fourth transformation is Bounce Man. Bounce Man warps Luffy's body into a disproportionately large size. He transforms after he activates armament haki on his arm and blows into it. He is constantly bouncing. This form gives him a speed boost, but it mainly gives a strength boost. He is also able to fly using elastic force. Next is Tank Man. We have only seen this form for a brief moment during his fight with Cracker. After eating all of Cracker's biscuits he transformed becoming Tank Man, stuffed version. Tank Man gives Luffy higher durability which was able to stop a piercing attack from Cracker. The final Gear Fourth form is Snake Man. Snake Man is much thinner than Bounce Man and Tank Man, but this gives Luffy immense speed. This speed was able to rival Katakuri and his future sight. Luffy is able to change the trajectory of his arm while in mid-attack with the use of Python. His fist is also shaped similar to a snake's head. Luffy's final transformation is Gear Fifth, after he awakened his Devil Fruit. Luffy is gifted with a number of powers. Firstly, Luffy is able to manipulate and control their rubbery body into any shape they choose, which appears to only be limited by the user's imagination. This includes, but is not limited to, the user being able to switch into and out of Gear Third at will, to transform their head into the shape of an opponent's weapon, and to transform their whole body into that of a giant. Secondly, the user gains abilities similarly to a cartoon character. For instance, like the Looney Tunes cartoons, Luffy is able to run on air and propel himself a great distance. Thirdly, he gains regenerative characteristics that, at least while they're in their awakened form, can bring him back from a near-death state, give them increased energy, and give him increased resistance to physical attacks due to their rubbery body gaining greater physical strength. This fruit's weakness is just like any other devil fruit being water. Also, the user is made of rubber and can be hurt by being cut by sharp objects. They also have a limit on how long they can stretch. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe.